God, I am so sorry. I had to abort the sound completely because it was, for some reason, it was coming out of the speakers, and I had to like panic, just shut the hell up. That was pretty bad. And high floor more. Perhaps it's just as well that I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it'll give me give me a little chance to recover the eardrums. Okay, so I am going to think about how to create the mini map for a minute. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. While I'm gonna. Oh no, not this one. Is there another one? This one. I picked the wrong one. This Livestream. Then we can pick up where I left off last time. I don't even know if this one has a map HUD either, because it didn't create it specifically for the the thingy. It was only for the tutorial part. So this is the Explorers Guild, and I should flesh it out some. So got some beds here, counter. Hmm. How about going to add some more? Um, okay. Let's see here. Add a little furniture. From my furniture pack, of course, upcoming, so that it would be appropriate for this. Just somewhere for people to sit and chat, have a little bit of I don't know, a little bit of banter. Uh, yeah, like that. We can. I'm gonna move them slightly a minute. Take off the snap grid. They can. Too kind. Well, I've been called many things, but not kind isn't one of them. That's about right. I really do like. I really do like this. The way that you just can move them around wherever you want. It's perfect. Hey, Skeptis. Hi and welcome. You're just doing this while thinking about how to properly implement the how to do the HUD. You know, the thingy there. Oh, what am I trying to say? While doing this, while trying to think of how to implement a mini map, I don't even know if it's possible. Hey, Tukun, welcome. Yeah, nice little tables here. Part of my furniture pack. I figured that these would make good group. These would make a good little place for the adventurers to come in and sit and have chat and whatever. So yeah. Oh God, what has happened here? Good grief. Um, we'll just add it, do it this way then, since it doesn't want to cooperate. Working with the layout. Custom menus can be confusing, but not too bad. Yes, I hear you. And it's not that bad. It's just limited in what it can do. Needs a lot of work, awful lot of work. I'm going to turn the DOF off. The depth of field is fine, but it's kind of like a little bit annoying at times, especially when you're trying to create the maps and that. Okay, tables and shares there. Bookcase, there's another plant there. I agree it's unnecessarily limited, but it is beta and it's far cry from SGB in what you can do with it is much better than in SGB. Although having said that, you're playing around with isometric mapping. Yeah, I've tried doing that and nah. I prefer kind of like a sort of this kind of view, to be honest, or first person. But I have been playing around with the custom menus, like what I did with SGB, event-based only, and it is actually a lot easier to do with Bakin because you got variable arrays. So handy. Okay, it's like a little wall here. Which has changed. Okay, do it this way. The only real annoying part about doing custom menus is having inputs, like when X is pressed, you have to make sure set another variable. Yeah, like a clear the cache, because it doesn't clear the key cache. Had to do that in SGB, and you still have to do it in here, which is a shame. But it's not so bad in Bakin because at least the problems are not with the direction keys; they're more like with the input keys, like when you press X to decide, and is that right? No, it's Z to decide and X to cancel. Those are the two buttons that tend to kind of like be a little bit unreliable. At least that's what I've found. It is problematic, but not too much, in my opinion. This is a little stairwell. Huh. Like that. What the hell is going on here? Huh. That was weird. Silky smooth. Um, Button controls in one event, so it's handled there. Yeah, done and dusted. Um, and especially with all of the parallels. But what I have found is, especially for the menus, is that when you like each subsection should be on its own page. Because in SGB, it was really weird. It sort of read from right to left. At least with Bakin, it sort of seems to from left to right, and so that sort of makes a lot more sensical order. I wonder if I have any. Sure, I made some bed models because I don't want to make them again. Um, where are the beds? That's not it. Okay. um, I have a little bookcase here as well. Just oh, okay. Oh, okay. I get what I did. Okay, cool. I know what I did is I created a blank material so that I guess you could sort of mix and match with it whichever you want. Um, so I have one event running in parallel, buttons input running in parallel. Um, yeah, that's a good way of doing it. You got like everything is in one place. And hi UTT, thanks for popping in, and stay in for as long as you like, or as long as you can. In one empty event running in parallel, they're being called to execute buttons with visuals. Yeah, yeah, that's a good way of doing it. I wouldn't have thought about that, to be honest. It's funny how people find their own little methods of doing things, and for pretty much the same thing. Much cleaner. Everything becomes much more organized, and of course, that is something I am not. Is organized. Uh, just said that. Probably have to scale this up a little bit. Yeah. Take off the grid. Probably about right here. Pages are good, but get annoying going back and forth. I I thoroughly agree. Okay, think this should be good. Oh, delete that. That was why didn't it delete? I did play around with it briefly before the stream, and that part didn't work, so I'm going to start again. And haven't got the map HUD. Hmm. Okay. Let's add one. Heads up, latest build layout tool has been super buggy. Okay. That's that's good to know. That is very good to know. So if Bakin crashes, we'll know why. Randomly crashing to menu. Okay. That is very good to know. No, this will go 0. And I think 0. And then we'll hmm. Maybe not. Maybe so we'll have let me see. 3 elements, 70, that's 210. Although I could probably 200. No, 180. Yeah. Just like I said in the tutorial, I remember, I set that to none. And then this one. I haven't had too many issues with crashing. The only things that I have had crashing issues with is with modeling, like importing certain models, whether it's like too many polys or the materials part of it or something else completely. It's nearly always with the modeling. It's interesting. Layouts, events, nothing like that. It's just one of those things. So I think you should have a location and a sublocation. So say if you are on the map Mornington and then you visit Granny's house, the sublocation will tell you Granny's house. That would be cool. Okay, location. Location text, subject. Okay. Location name. Location. Okay. Let's see. Oh, no, no, no. It is good. Size would be, say, 800. 70. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's have that bold as well. Location name. No, bit more. That will also be white for now, or yellow instead. Come on. We're able to type in colors here. Okay, there you go. So let's see. This would be map. Current map name. Okay. Sublocation. Okay, 146. Math is not my strong point. So doing all of the calculations here in my head is a bit it's a bit hard. 800. It was 70. Sublocation. I wonder if have you actually tried to like put proper variables, variable names, strings in here? Because the last time I did it, I don't think it worked. So I don't know if you've been having the same problems there, or if it's still resolved. We'll find out, actually. Okay, so this, yeah, like that, but with actual string names. The last time I tried it, it wouldn't accept, proper strings. It would only accept like preset strings like map and names and stuff like that. And actual variables. So yeah. That's too small. Always use a calculator when I need math. Just don't want to be bothered trying to do mental math these days. Oh, I hear ya. I hear ya. But too many windows open, and it's just I decided to try and get some mental math practice anyway, because when I'm at work and you see the prices, they kind of like got these special offers, like two for $4 or whatever, and then the individual price. So I try to kind of like calculate, okay, well, is this actually a good deal and how much are you saving and all of that? And you can't kind of like whip out a calculator every time. So it's sort of been using it like that. Okay, so we have, let's try this. That is probably not enough. Because this is going to go down by the sublocation. Well, can't hurt to try, so we are. And the offset. 32, 38. Horizontal size. Usual. That's not right. $800. Scale this up. Okay, so here we go. We can try it. Our sublocation. So if it works, I'm going to test this a minute to see if this will actually work. It might. Okay. Can only do values, not names. Okay. Well, about to find out. And it was called sublocation. S-map. Right, let's see. Oh yeah, of course, I have to call the HUD as well. So where is it? There. Call the map HUD. Okay, there you have it. Confirmation. Strings work. Oh, oh, excellent. Ah, yes, yes, yes. That's okay. Here I come with the extra stats window now. I'm going to be in trouble because you know, I always have like an extra stats with all of these things. So confirmation. Oh, I'm so excited now. And I know you are too, Melon. Yeah, hell yes. All right. So now that works. Uh, okay, so for strings, woohoo, ordinates, and then we'll have so this one, let me see, offset would be about the same. um, it was 146 if I remember. Yeah, and then okay, we have 70 and 70. Offset is 38. So that would be 76. We round this up to 80. Separate it. Hex. Coordinates on the map. Um, okay, so this one. This is the boring part. I think one of the things that would benefit us most of all, this is just one of those random thoughts, is that if you copy and paste any of these, then these settings should be copied as well, but instead they're not, so you have to manually go and do them again. It's just an observation. Okay, 38 plus 80, 100. Yeah, okay. Calculating ahead, and then perhaps. How do you calculate? This has always baffled me. How do you calculate the coordinates based on the number of letters in there? So it would be coordinates times 8. It used to be, because each character was 8. Nowadays you got the fonts and the bold sizes and all of that, and so a lot of it is kind of guesswork. I mean, back with the ZX Spectrum days, you knew exactly which positions they were going to be on the screen because it wasn't just like pixels. It was, you knew that each letter was 8 by 8 essentially, and then you could multiply them and then add something. Um, so the offset, let's see, put this at 300. Whoops. 320. Yeah. Change the color first. Okay, how did I do this on the tutorial? I don't remember. When I did my tutorial, it was all kind of X Player X, Y. Oh, wait a minute. Z or Z is Y now. Up and down. And player Y is the height. When I first opened up Bakin and discovered that they'd switched to Y and Z, it confused the hell out of me. Like way back before it was released, and they're doing the beta testing, they had the X, the Y and the Z, and I was thinking, okay, well, why the hell isn't moving upwards when it should have been? So, common events. Let's see. Oh, I've already set this up. I don't know. What would precise look like? Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh no, why did I set this up like this? No, sorry, I can't handle that. Doesn't look that bad, does it, with the things? You get little precise areas and all of that, instead of it rounded down. Oh, don't worry about the colors. I'm gonna set that up first. Okay. So compass event. The problem, I mentioned this in the tutorial, and I actually found it during recording the tutorial, that if you were to have window image and you were to set a window image here, no matter what, it would override absolutely everything. So let's see. I tried creating a mini map using normal means, like through events. That's why these two are here, and it failed so bad. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna demonstrate what happens. Compass event will just do this repeat. I think this is repeat in parallel. So this is what happens if the compass is meant to show here the left hand side, but because it's another fundamental flaw, and I did mention this before, is that all windows in the layouts take priority over absolutely everything else. So you can't even have an image number 255 on top of the windows. The windows will be on top of that. You could take a snapshot of the map and use it as its base. You could. That's what I was attempting to do. Because I didn't want to use the HUDs, given, didn't want to use the layout tool, given that the windows will always sit on top of absolutely everything that you put on it, no matter what. So, I'm going to do it this way. Let me see. What is the maximum? 255? Yeah, still 255. So, I know, you can cheat and go past 255. Yeah, you can, but it still doesn't make any difference. Trust me, the windows will appear on top. Okay, that should work. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, I'm gonna put the compass event. I wanted to see if the window would work like this, but didn't wanted to have this one as a separate one because if you have a compass item, the compass will show up. If you don't have it, it won't show up, but you'll still be able to see the coordinates in that. Mm-hmm. Right. You may just have to do two separate layouts. One without a compass, one with. No, I should be able to do it. It's I did do it in the tutorial. I just can't remember the tutorial. I created the tutorial, and once it was created, it's done, forgotten about. Um, let's see. Would that it would be under. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes go back. Yeah, it's funny. It's just sort of like that. That is really funny. Looking back on what you taught. But sometimes it needs to be done. Pictures. No, that's not it. Um, Believe it or not, this is actually more organized than it was before. Because this was way, way messy. Okay, there it is. Um, and where was it? Screen effect. I keep on. Doesn't make any sense that this would be in screen effects, although it does kind of. Um, okay, wrong one. The tornado. Oh, I mean, you think this is like it's an 8 terabyte hard drive, so I got everything stored on there. And when it first was, everything was just everywhere, and it's a lot of crap to go through, an awful lot. How about a double tornado? That be good. I've got to make sure that the image here does not repeat because it will look weird. And there you have it. Map HUD. So this would be 200, 30% reduction. Who knows? That's a bit. So somewhere when it comes to static images, that pattern is you can pick an image like you can with icons. Yes, is that is very useful if you have like a multiple, like say if you wanted to use multiple windows. I have tried this a little bit, and you have one square that is say parchment, another square that is um, another color, a lighter color parchment like leather or something, or what is it, vellum. And then you can go in there and you can do the slicing thing, and then you can pick that particular pattern based on maybe to play with that even more, like a bit later, do a tutorial. Delete this one because it's not needed. Adjusting the so I think this is going to be 104. If I remember right, that was it. It works. It works. Like the pattern works a bit like, as far as I understand it, you know, when you do the face sets and the expressions, it sort of works in the same way that that is. So you're changing the expressions, you will use the pattern on there, and that's how it would work. And it would be very interesting to properly play with. Might have to might have to go this see the tutorial to see what settings these were. Of course it would be. Okay. Whoa, that's a bit big. I'm gonna have a look in just for the sake of argument here. I am going to have a look at what I set that particular background to. Um, Now let's see. Name. Da, da, da. Doesn't actually say. Um, Damn. That is too bad. I have to fiddle around with this now. That's still too large. Pin that. This is another thing. You notice that in SGB they added the zoom thingy so that you could actually see in this particular screen when what it would look like zoomed in and out like this. I don't know why it wasn't implemented in here, but I think I'm going to request that feature. Because honestly, it's very, very useful. And instead you have to like play around with this crap each time. A lot of guesswork, and it takes a lot of time to do it. I'm not going to dwell on this too much because I want to see if you can create like a mini map. Oh, come. And I'm going to delete this for now. So you literally well, that's better. That is better. Last attempt. Change it like that. And then add the compass. I'm going to change this bit. That one. That one. So there you have it. Oh, finally. Nice little compass and that. And yeah, the yellow is a bit of a crap color for that, but serves its purpose. I don't like the decimals like that. It's just round it down. I did it, and because I remembered the tutorial from that. It's like when I did the tutorial, I just did it without thinking, and then I forgot what I did in the tutorial, so I had to think about it again. Weird. Okay, so the mini map. I suppose best place for that would be the layouts, but I'm a little bit skeptical of this. Let's try. How do they do it in here? So you got the map window, and there would be there is actually a map preview. I don't think is in the text thingy. So we just paste these here and see what happens, I guess. Change its size to 50. 50. Maybe not. 300. 100. That's still too small. Should be able to put your own image where the map is. Yes. Should be able to. I'm going to see if this works to test a theory more than anything else. What the hell? Okay, so that I am going to call relayout. See if this works first to test my theory, and if I'm right, yeah, I am right. Only one main window on the screen at once, because everything else will override it. So disable that. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Because the thing is here, when the player can move, you can only have one layout at a time, which is unfortunate. So Smile Boom, if you're watching this, this is going to be another requested feature. Actually, I think I requested that a little while ago, but it was for something different. I wonder if you can just have it without the window. But technically, this would still be considered as a window. Which would work there, but not here. Yeah, so it's confirmation that each layout is its separate window, which messes things up. So the only other way to do this through layouts would be to change this, paste that. I'm not going to do it, but it's so 100 by 100. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess that's functional. Kind of, sort of. Copy and paste. Yeah, copy and paste. Okay, so that is kind of functional where you can have it overlaid onto one window, but if you were to want it in the little bottom right hand screen, which is, in my opinion, where it should be, or maybe the top right, then you would need to expand that. That's the thing. You cannot toggle it if through layouts. And this is what I was trying to do. This is because if, say, I mean, maybe you can through the free layout. With a mini map, but that this is considered as one window. This is considered as another window. Only one window can appear at a time, it seems. So even if you were to toggle it on or off, you would still have to put it in one window. Because the only way that I got it to work was to add it to the Map HUD container rather than having them two separate. So toggling one or the other off, yeah, down. Layouts. You love to hate them and hate to love them, right? But it's good to figure these things out. Change that to 150 and 150 maybe. So it's a little bit bigger. I wonder. Ugh! No! No, stop. So, will it appear if it's down here on the same window? Probably not, because it's not within the window container. Well, I'll be. It works. It works, except for the player thingy. There's no player. Oh god. There's no player thingy, no player marker. And completely override the menu system as your map if you don't plan on using the default menu. Yeah, that's true. In fact, I might just do that. Like, did you ever see my game you submitted for the game jam called the Untitles that I did for Smile Game Builder? That had a custom map thingy. Specifically for that. Okay, so what did I do there? That's fine. Map preview. I don't really want to do this. So I'm going to use this one as a backup. Just in case we mess things up. 1920 by 1080, which is the entire run. Oh, okay. I think Malcolm Ash did do a video on it, and I did do some showcases on it. But it had it where you have like a little menu. In fact, I'm gonna do it very quickly because it did show you this. If it works, that is because I messed a lot of this up. Okay. We have the custom. This is like the custom menu for it, and then the maps. You have the little entrance thingy, and then when you move around, it will show you where you are on the map. Like you are roughly here, but the cursor was meant to move to where you are relative to the map, your position on the map, see? And yeah. But that's how I did it. And what I was thinking about doing in this particular one, using the same kind of method because of this new discovery. So this should technically work, right? When you have like a maximized window, which is not a good gameplay practice. That's it. Fundamental flaw. You can have the player you can have the player moving, and it will change its location accordingly. And you can have like a little mini map, but that's the only way to do it. Okay, problem solved. Oh God, I am going to change this. I'm going to change this. Hand controls. No, turn those bloody things off. Makes me dizzy. Yes, that's better. Breaking Bakin one trick at a time. Ain't that the truth? I love that water. However, let's move that one slightly up a bit. So it's like that. I still haven't quite figured out how to do that particular water. I know it's a model, and I know it's sort of something in the settings and that, but you'll get there. I mean, you could technically have some, since it's see-through like that, you can technically have some fishies swimming in there. That would be really nice. Okay, so kind of like got the problem with the mini-map solved. I was going to do a tutorial for this, but I knew that it wouldn't work the way it was supposed to, so decided to try and do it in Livestream and then figure it out. And if it works as a tutorial, then yeah, it does. But this is not tutorial worthy. At least not in my opinion. This is too different unless I actually do the proper if I remember right, somebody, I can't remember, this is going back in time, somebody asked me to do a tutorial on his mini-map system for Smile Game Builder. So that's what I did, and I might go back to that one to see how well it would work in Bakin, because it had like the menu, the mini-map was completely separate, but it was actually the landscape on which it was, you know, the map you were on, the little picture form here. Plus, it had the player and any kind of like events you wanted to. And it was basically a snapshot from above with all of the other elements. Thank you, yeah. Problem solving 101. So, yep, I think that is what I'm gonna do. Problem solved. Now, what else needs to be here? We would go into the door. This is going to be the stairs. Don't know what that is. This is like the main hall. Perhaps this can be an open area. And then we will have move these down there. Have another, let's see here. Add something else now. Where are they? Wolves? No. Explorers Guild. That one. There's me going on about how organized it was, and I can't find it now. We will go with this. We'll also be revealing a few secret things that I've been working on. Liquor license? Who needs a liquor license? We just serve only the best. We serve only the best non-liquor, non-alcohol like liquor here. Nice little open area. There, nice little open area for a fire or something. And that way people can like gather around, and that's when they would talk. Maybe it could even be embedded in the wall slightly. Like that. Yeah. People gather around the fire and discuss sort of everything they want to. But I think that's mission accomplished for this live stream. I don't know, is there anything you guys in particular would like to see if it can be done, or something? Your questions about Bakin that I might know, or I might learn, because I'm gonna create some of these maps offline anyway to make things a lot easier and less boring, because I actually want to go straight into the nitty-gritty and start doing the plot testing, and map building is just a load of bollocks to me, to be honest, and hate it. Skepsis, yeah, it is. I am I'm more than honored to share it, because it's kind of like there's something I wanted to do in the back of the mind, and especially with the mini map thing. And now we know it kind of works. It's not the best solution, but there might be something that like a further expansion of that doesn't rely on the layouts, at least until they've sorted some of the problems there. Actually, there's something I am going to do again with the layouts. Yes, yes, strings can be shown in layouts. I'm so happy about that, by the way. So happy. And I'm sure you guys will be too, because it opens up the possibility of other things. Okay, now, I am going to experiment here. Just oh no, some window. Which this follows on from the fact that we can use strings. Okay. Add the map. Test map. Start. It's only. We'll see where I'm going with this. It's just I just had this little bit of an inspiration, I think, for this. Okay. First name. Last name. Now. Input string variable. First name. Right. Second. Last name. So that would be relevant here. Add part. 300. 600. No, sorry, 606. 600 by 300. Hey Zen, welcome and thank you. I do try. There are some others that are really helpful because sadly I don't know Bakin as well as I should do, or at least as well as I did Smile Game Builder, because I did beta test it for a little bit, but I couldn't do it as much as I wanted to because work, personal, all that lovely stuff. And now that I have a bit of time, I am learning from other people for a change, so it makes it really nice. Me, anyway. So whatever I learn, or whatever I discover, I can share with others. Right, so theoretically, if, what was it, first name? Last name. This should work. Display free layout. Should be some window. Yeah, in the past it came up as 0, but then displayed a blank string. So for this, let us do it this way. First. And then there, Ferris lupus. Of course it doesn't. Completely forgot about that. It doesn't show up because one layout at a time. So how frustrating, huh? So okay. That there goes that idea. Yeah, you can, but that's kind of a bit of a inconvenience to be able to like show it up there. I've never really used this. I'll figure it out later. The best way to do this maybe would be then to have this. That should be at the bottom. Okay. Turn it off. Yeah, it does. Um, this is going to be for the purposes of like primarily game development, where it's going in and doing this. I'm not gonna dwell on this. I just want to sort of just going to experiment with it at the moment. To see if it actually works. Yeah, see? Does not work. Works in some, works in others. But 90% it does work. I do know. Anyway, that's it. That's it. Mission accomplished. What I had set out to do in this live stream, at least, was kind of like pretty much done. And what I'm gonna maybe um I'll fiddle with it a little bit more, but gonna do some further investigation into all of this, especially that mini map, because the mini maps are just so cool and essential for any game, in my opinion. You know, so I wanted to see about the mini map and the game HUD and expanding the game HUD, and that's exactly what I did. So, meantime, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you all for coming in and sitting through all of this palaver and helping me solve some problems. And in the meantime, we'll see you all in Discord probably. Uh, yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Till the next time, my usual thingy.